and welcome to this week's news bulletin from the Christian Institute. A Christian bed and breakfast owner has decided to appeal a court ruling after she was fined for refusing to allow a homosexual couple to share a double bed. In October, Suzanne Wilkinson was ordered to pay £3,600 in damages to Michael Black and John Morgan for hurt feelings after she declined the booking in her B&B in Berkshire, which is also her home. After losing the case, Mrs Wilkinson said, "Equality laws have gone too far," adding, "A person should be free to act upon their sincere beliefs about marriage under their own roof without living in fear of the law." Mrs Wilkinson's appeal, which is supported by the Christian Institute, is due to be heard at the Court of Appeal next spring. The Scout Association is considering adopting a new atheist promise for the first time in its history. Currently, to join the Scouts, youngsters must pledge, "On my honour, I promise that I will do my best to do my duty to God and to the Queen, to help other people and to keep the Scout law." But the consultation on an atheist promise comes in stark contrast to the views of the movement's founder, Lord Baden-Powell, who wrote in a handbook for boys, "If you are really to make your way to success, you must not only avoid being sucked in by irreligious humbugs, but you must have a religious basis to your life." The guides are also consulting on rewriting their promise to love God and serve the Queen. At the moment, girls can become guides without making the promise, but they cannot receive the highest award for members or be an adult leader of a Brownie or Guide unit. The House of Lords will vote next week on reforming a controversial law that criminalises insulting words or behaviour as pressure mounts on the government to act. What exactly constitutes insulting is unclear and has resulted in many controversial police arrests. Peers will debate and vote on an amendment from Lord Deer, former HM Inspector of Constabulary, on reforming Section 5 of the Public Order Act. Supporters for reform include Rowan Atkinson, the Christian Institute, the National Secular Society and the Peter Tatchell Foundation. Despite a government consultation on the issue closing in January this year, the Home Office has yet to release results. A bill to bring in presumed consent for organ donation has been introduced in the Welsh Assembly this week. The controversial bill, introduced by Lesley Griffiths, Minister for Health and Social Services, would mean everyone is considered a willing donor when they die, unless they have stated otherwise. The law would apply to over 18s who die in Wales if they have lived there for more than 6 months. But Archbishop of Wales, Dr Barry Morgan, says he's concerned that people's organs would belong to the state under the proposals. If the Human Transplantation Wales Bill is passed by the Assembly, it could come into force by 2015. Thousands of people have turned out for a pro-life vigil outside the Irish Parliament building in Dublin this week. They were calling on the Taoiseach Enda Kenny to keep his promise not to legalise abortion. The demonstration was organised by the Pro-Life campaign, Youth Defence, the Life Institute and Family and Life. Participants held candles and posters urging the government to keep your pro-life promise. The aim was to send a message to the government to protect women in pregnancy, as well as preserving the life of the unborn. Niamh O'Brien, spokeswoman for the Life Institute, said, "The lives of our children are worth fighting for, and the mothers who are driven to abortion in fear are worth fighting for, and the pro-life ethos in this country is worth fighting for." Well, that's all for this week. For more information and regular updates on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.